All right, guys, at this time, if you are 3 years old to fifth grade, we're getting ready to dismiss you to Children's Church. But here's what we want you to know first. Normally, we hold tight to 3 years old is where you enter in fifth grade. At the end of your fifth grade years, you transition to summer camp and get ready for middle school. We want you to be ready for middle school starting in church. So we hold tight to the age and grade, and we don't let anybody else that doesn't belong back there with our kids, because we value our kids, we value safety. But today, we're going to open it up to everybody. Everybody that wants to be part of Children's Church can be part of Children's Church. Parents, we're asking you to engage. Miss McKeesa is going to give you some instructions of to pause the video and have a conversation at that time. And we're asking you to really have the conversation. We're asking you to don't be fake with your kid. Be real with your kid. We want to foster conversations. We want to foster communications. We want the chance in this right here for us to come on the backside of this healthier than we've ever been. So please engage with your kids. Don't hand them the Sunday school lie. Give them the truth of what's really going on. Give them the truth of what's happening, because, man, I think we have the chance to grow in this time. So with that, 3 years old to fifth grade, I get to sit in and observe today. I am so stinking excited to get to observe today. So as we run back through here, we're going to head back. We're going to go down the hallway. If anybody needs to go pee-pee, now's the time. Be sure to wash your hands. And listen, I know girls, I know most of you will tell me you don't pass gas and you don't go poo-poo, but what happens in there, we're not going to ask. So it's your time to shine. So as we get back here to Children's Church and we get ready to open, get ready for Miss McKeesa.
Hey Crossroads family, I want to start off by saying that I miss you guys so much. I'm so looking forward to when we can be together again, but I'm also thanking God for the technology that we have that allows us to still see each other and still know what's going on in each other's lives and still come on here and teach you guys. As you guys probably know, today is Palm Sunday. So I'm going to be teaching you guys about Jesus' triumphant entry into the city of Jerusalem. So the main focus is that Jesus is king. So let's spend a little bit of time talking about kings. I'm going to give you guys some questions, and when I do, just pause the video and talk about them with your parents or whoever else is in the room with you. So when we think about kings, what do kings wear? I think kings wear crowns. They wear fancy robes and clothes, and if I think about kings from a long time ago, I would probably picture jewels and fancy things like that. My second question is, what does a king's house look like? I would picture a castle or just a big fancy house. And the last one is, what would a good king do? I think that a good king would lead, he would make good choices, and he would make sure that his people are taken care of. Do you guys agree? Is there anything I left out? Go ahead and talk about it with your parents for a little bit. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you guys that while we have a picture in our heads of what kings look like and what they wear and where they live and what they would do, we are going to learn that Jesus is not like any of those things. He is king of the entire world. Is that not awesome, you guys? Okay, so are you guys ready to hear about some really special people and what they did for their king, Jesus? The Bible tells us that Jesus and his friends were walking into the city of Jerusalem. And Jesus told two of his friends, or two of the disciples, to run ahead of everyone else and go and find a donkey. He said, when you find that donkey, if the owner asks you, what are you doing? Just say, this is for Jesus. And so they did. they went and found a donkey and began to untie it. And sure enough, the owner asked them, "What are you doing with my donkey?" And they said, "This is for Jesus." And when I read that story, I think it's kind of strange and funny that Jesus would tell them to take someone else's donkey, because in today's world, that would be like me just taking someone else's car. But they trusted Jesus because he was their king, and they loved him, and they knew that he loved them. So they did what he said, and it went the way Jesus said it would. So then Jesus was able to ride the donkey into the city of Jerusalem. And I think it's important to note that Jesus' friends took articles of their clothing and laid it over the back of the donkey. And that way Jesus could have a soft seat to sit on. But as Jesus was riding into the city of Jerusalem, something incredible happened. Have you guys ever been to a parade? I have. I think they're really cool and fun. That's exactly what happened for Jesus. Some of the people that lived in Jerusalem who saw Jesus as their king lined the street to a place called the Mount of Olives, and they laid down their clothes, their blankets, they laid down palm branches, lining the way for Jesus to go. They had a parade for Jesus. And as he walked by, they said things like, "Hosanna, praise be the Lord who comes in the name of God." And now, because, if you guys remember, we talked about what kings look like and things like that. Because Jesus didn't look like what a king should look like, a lot of people had a hard time believing that he was who he said he was. Because he looked just like me and you. He didn't have fancy clothes. He was just a normal person on the outside. But those who had seen the things he had done or heard the things he had done and believed, he was their king. And so they are the ones who lined the street and praised him as he walked by. So Jesus is a really amazing king. Do you guys agree? Jesus is the best king because with him we are never lacking. He gives us everything that we could possibly need. So what I want you guys to do is sit with your parents and make a list of all the things that God has provided for you that you need to be thankful for. So for me, I'm thankful for the food that I have that nourishes my body, and I'm thankful for the people in my life that care about me. I'm thankful for the clothes that I have to wear, for my house, for my church, and for my friends. What are you guys thankful for? I think it's very important, especially during this time. There's a lot of things going on, maybe things you don't understand, but a lot of people are just focused on the bad right now, or the scary, or the things that they're lacking. So I think it's very important for those of us who follow Jesus to focus on the things that he has provided for us and know that he will continue to do so because he is an amazing king. He will always make sure that we are cared for. So to wrap up, today we learned that Jesus is king. And not just that, but he is king of all people, all time, all places, the whole world. So let's cheer for Jesus, our great king, by sharing him with all the people that we know.
Guys, I want to take a moment and just thank you for letting us be part of your life during a time like this. This is unprecedented times. I'm confident we're not doing everything right. We're doing the best we can. If there's a way we can serve you better, let us know. I've started a new email that's going to be going out a lot more. It's called xroadsinformation@gmail.com. And there's going to be some others that I'm going to share the username password with so they can get in there. We're going to use this to forward more communication. xroadsinformation@gmail.com. And if you need more ways for us to help you engage with your child, let us know. We want to have conversation. If your child has not got a call or a Zoom or contact from one of us, one of our people here, let me know, because at a time like this, at a time like any time, love covers a multitude of sin. Love has a way of pulling the tensions down and showing the grace of God. Listen, we're in it together. We're going to get through this. When we get through the backside, we're going to be better. Let us know what we can do to serve with you to help you grow during this season. Thank you. Thank you for all you're doing. Thank you for your selflessness. Of greater love is this, one lays down their life for another. And many of us are still living, but we're learning how to lay down our life for others. Thank you.